In the last year, the used car market has declined by nearly 10%. As of recent data, new car sales have fallen a surprising 3.5% from January of last year, and dealership incentives have gone up to 5.7%. And yet, even in a car market that is undisputably going down, dealerships are still marking up cars. So let's take a look, because I'm going to be honest, this is absolutely ridiculous. And let's kick this off with a truly egregious example, the Hummer EV. According to the window sticker, this Hummer EV has a price of $104,595. If we add in the destination fee, it brings the total vehicle price to $106,190. But this dealership out of Hawaii is selling this exact Hummer EV for a whopping $206,185. The dealership is charging a whopping $99,995 markup. But everyone, don't you worry, because according to this dealership markup applies to everyone. For this price, you could buy a brand new Hummer EV on the mainland, which by the way does not have the same level of markup, and you could then ship that car to Hawaii for much cheaper than the cost of that $99,000 dealer markup that this Hawaiian dealership is applying to the car. In fact, you could very literally fly from Hawaii to the mainland, go to the dealership, pick up a Hummer EV, go on a cross-country road trip in the car, fly back to Hawaii, ship the vehicle there, and you will still spend less than that $99,000 dealership markup. This dealership in New York, which is selling this Mustang Dark Horse Edition for $76,000, while this car has an MSRP of only $66,560, a $9,400 markup on this Mustang, which is truly ridiculous, because while a Dark Horse Edition is technically more special than, say, a 5.0 or an EcoBoost, it certainly isn't a rare vehicle either. And a quick search online will lead you to a ton of these exact cars that are either priced at MSRP or below MSRP. Like this one that is priced $15,000 below MSRP, this one from New York that also is priced below MSRP, or this one which is priced currently at $60,000 and has seen $3,000 in price reductions in the last 70 days. The reality is, no matter what a dealership is going to try to tell you, the Mustang Dark Horse Edition certainly isn't worth paying above MSRP on, let alone $10,000 above MSRP. And while if the Mustang wasn't bad, I have another one that is much, much worse. This Dodge SRT Demon has a window sticker of $135,036. Pricey, I know, but it is what it is. But this dealership out of Maryland is selling this car with a $200,000 markup, $334,036 for a Dodge Demon. And what's absolutely mind-boggling is that this dealership isn't the only one doing it with the Dodge Challenger. Like this Dodge Challenger, for example, it has a window sticker of $123,000, but this car is listed for $399,000. Or this one that has a window sticker of $134,000, but is priced at $334,000. And the list goes on and on. Now, I get it, the Dodge Challenger as we know it today is technically dead, but please, for the love of God, do not under any circumstances spend $400,000 on any Dodge product. You can get so many other cars that are loads better for the same if not lower price point. We have a Toyota Sequoia that's being sold for $20,000 over MSRP, and we've got the brand new 2024 Tacoma being sold for pretty much $10,000 above MSRP across the board, which if I'm being honest, I'm not surprised about, but I'm certainly disappointed about it. The new Tacomas are already very expensive as they are, so adding a $10,000 dealership markup pretty much across the board for this new generation vehicle really already adds to the unaffordability problem that we have in the car market today. But this is a new generation Tacoma, and there is a lot of anticipation surrounding this vehicle, so I'm not entirely surprised that they are marking it up. And at least we know that the markup is $10,000, so you don't have to wonder anymore if you're somebody who has been looking to buy this car. Now, one piece of good news is that the 2024 Toyota Tundra is priced at MSRP. And the reason why this is good news is because the Toyota Tundra had a new generation release last year. So the Tacoma this year is at where the Tundra was last year. And we can assume that it's also where the 2025 Toyota 4Runner will be next year. So we can hopefully assume, based off of the Tundra MSRP price, that maybe at the end of 2024 or even at the beginning of 2025, the Toyota Tacoma will no longer be marked up. But only time will tell. Now, on the same topic of Toyota, we also have the Toyota Land Cruiser, which, as you guys probably know, is a hotly anticipated car for 2024. This was a car that Toyota used to have in America, they then killed it, and now it's back again. And there is a lot of anticipation surrounding this car. Now, I did a lot of research online to figure out what dealerships were pricing the new Land Cruiser at, but I really wasn't able to get a straight answer. But according to some posts on Reddit and markups.org, some dealerships are saying that the Land Cruiser is going to be marked up anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000. But I wasn't able to actually verify this information with the dealership, so I didn't want to officially include it on this list. But it is something to keep in mind if you are somebody who is in the market for a Land Cruiser. And last but not least, if you didn't think the ones that we've talked about so far were bad enough, we have this RAV4 that's priced at $346,000 and the Sequoia that's priced at $10.6 million. Now, those are actual listings that I found online. I did not tamper or Photoshop them in any way. But let's all hope, and I think we can probably assume, that those are either typos or placeholder prices for the time being. At least I would hope so, because I would like to think that no dealership would be that out of their mind to price a Sequoia at $10.6 million, regardless of how delusional the car market actually is. Now, one conclusion that we can come to with all of these prices and vehicle listings is that many car dealerships are stuck in 2021. Now, as you guys know, 2021 is whenever the car market absolutely exploded, and this is whenever we heard about cars selling for more than what they sold for new, dealerships putting $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 markups on cars, and regardless of these astronomical prices, cars were still flying off dealership lots. Dealerships wish it was still 2021, but the reality is it just isn't. And one thing that I found really interesting whenever I was making this video is that I actually do this type of video once every quarter or so. And I found that whenever I made this video in the second half of 2023, it was very hard to find dealerships that were either A, transparent with their pricing, or B, were openly pricing cars above MSRP. You either had to go to the dealership or you had to call the dealership to figure out what prices of vehicles were. But when making this video, not only did I find that there were more dealerships being transparent about their pricing, but a lot of dealerships were charging above MSRP, especially for these hot cars that are coming out this year. Like, for example, the Tacoma with the new body style, the Mustang Dark Horse, or the Challenger, which could, depending on the lens that you view it through, be viewed as a rare car because it's coming to an end. The point is, dealerships seem to be currently really brazen with their pricing, and they seem to be openly admitting the fact that they are pricing cars well above what they're actually worth, despite the fact that the car market really doesn't justify it. Even in the hottest market, say 2021 for example, cars were not worth 5 or 6 figures above their MSRP. So today in 2024, to see that dealerships are still pricing cars 5 or 6 figures above MSRP, it is absolutely crazy to think about, and it's really frustrating and disappointing. I'm willing to bet that if you go to the dealership that's selling that Dark Horse for $10K above MSRP, the dealership is going to respond, "This is what market demands." There is a ton of demand for this car, and as a result, the $10,000 above MSRP is justified. But a quick search on cars.com will prove the exact opposite. And so whenever you buy a car, you need to make sure that you understand how much that car is worth, what the MSRP is, what other dealerships and car sellers are selling for in your area or in the country. And you need to make sure to stick to your guns and don't take what the dealership says as truth. Because the truth is, a dealership will say anything to get a deal. But the good news is that even though it is disappointing to see that so many dealerships are pricing their cars above MSRP still today in 2024, there are more and more dealerships that aren't. And so if you don't want to pay above MSRP or you don't want to pay a crazy dealer markup on a car that you're looking to buy this year, there are options out there for you. You just may have to look for them. Like always, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, if you have anything to add, I would love to hear it. So make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.